Following on from our review of Cat, we are taking a look at another figure from Wave 1 of the Spartan Collection, the Red Spartan Mark VII. The Mark VII armour appears to be a popular armour in the upcoming Halo Infinite, so we are excited to take a look at this figure. Before we get into this review, make sure you like this video and also subscribe to Podcast Evolved so you don't miss any of our reviews in the near future. The Spartan Mark VII is a more generic addition to the Spartan Collection lineup, but it is still an incredibly detailed action figure with lots of additional paint applications and sculpted details. There are lots of different details to love across this figure, with additional paint apps on the shoulders and also the chest plate, as well as some really nice details packed into the Mark VII helmet as well. The sculpt is great, although it is worth noting that the large shoulder plates are a little more restricting than on other figures in the Spartan Collection lineup, meaning you can't quite get this figure to shoulder weapons as well as others in the line can. The figure is a really fun addition to the line overall, with some interesting angular elements for the armour that work really well. There is also some great articulation on the figure, so whilst there are those restrictive elements we mentioned, you do still get a wide range of motion which allows you to get some really cool dynamic poses. The Spartan Mark VII also includes a lot of accessories, including the brand new Bulldog shotgun with some great paint apps on it, and also a brand new weapon called a Disruptor. We don't know much about this weapon yet, but it has some interesting details which make it feel like either a banished or a forerunner weapon. You can also switch the thigh plug element on this figure's thigh and holster the Disruptor, whilst also being able to clip a weapon to the figure's back too. As with all figures in the Spartan Collection, there's also a wide assortment of hands with this figure, meaning that toy photographers and collectors alike can choose some really dynamic poses for this character. The Spartan Mark VII is a really solid figure. Whilst there are some limitations with the articulation, you can still get some really dynamic poses from this figure. I love the aesthetic of the Mark VII armour and think that this is a great figure for fans of Halo's multiplayer sandbox to add to their collections. With all that said, I'd love to know what you think of the Mark VII. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and until the next one, evolved!